Throw it up. 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 Let's go. Throw it up, motherfucker. Throw it up. 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 Throw it up. Get the. If you scared to throw it up, get the. If you throw it up, get the out the club. Back up. Get the out the way. Yo, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? Welcome back to the JP Show. I'm a little out of breath because back in the day when that song used to come on, people know. People down south, they know. When that song used to come on back in the day, and that's the one with Pastor Troy on there. So, yeesh, like that used to be my joint. But welcome back to the JP Show. I'm glad to have you. I'm glad that you guys are tuning in. I'm glad that you guys are watching the JP Show. Remember, like, comment, subscribe to the show. It's very important. That's how we get the JP Show out there to other peoples. That's how YouTube recommends the JP Show to other people by people liking, subscribing, and commenting. So please do that. Welcome back to the JP Show. I'm so happy that you guys are here. Check this out. We got a great show for you. I'm just going to go ahead and get into it. I know I done messed around too much time with this whole Pastor Troy and Lil Jon, so let's get right into it. So today's show, the first topic is, well, let me say this first. I have a Facebook page that you guys should know about. If you want to find me on Facebook, look for John Pierre. I'll put it in the description or whatever. Don't worry. On Facebook, I have a group as well, the JP Show group. I'll put that in the description as well. So on the group, we have a poll. So on the poll, I asked people. It was 2 topics. You know, they have to vote on 2 topics what they think that today's show should be about. So one topic won, and one topic didn't win, but we might follow up with the topic that didn't win on another show. So the topic that won was, it was about guys. Why do guys change after sex, right? So that's what we're going to talk about on today's show. Why do guys change after sex? So this is what I've come up with. Guys don't really change after sex. Guys are who they are originally and naturally. Guys don't do too many changing or whatever. If a guy is changing on you, then maybe you're in a relationship with him or whatever the case is, and he's changing, then something suspicious is going on, I would say. If a guy is changing all of a sudden, he's acting brand new, he's not the same, you've known him for 10 years or something like that, and he's acting brand new, he's not acting the same, be very, very, very suspicious. Could be somebody new in his life, maybe it could be just a friend, I don't know. I'm not saying the guy is cheated, I'm just saying could be somebody new. Or, you know, sometimes with guys will get into a comfort, but then somebody could give them like a boost of energy. Somebody could give a guy like you could be at work, you could go to work every day and you could be working or whatever, boom, 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 boom. But it could be a new girl at work, just started. She could just start, and she could be like, you know, maybe flirting with you, or maybe just like, you know, just being around you at work or whatever. That inspires a guy, and guys will, you know, they'll go to work early. They'll be at work early, or, you know, they'll find a way to figure out how to finesse themselves so they could be entwined with this girl. They'll figure out what she like or whatever the case is so they could be, you know, be entwined with her and figure her out. So if a guy is changing, this don't really have nothing to do with the question, but if a guy is changing over time, you know him over time, I'm just saying for the ladies, be suspicious. Something's going on, I would say. Now check this out, right? So guys don't change, period. Guys are not changing. Now, you mature, yes. Guys mature, yes. But change, no. So guys don't change after sex. They are who they are. So if a guy has sex with you, and let's say he got up and left, and you never spoke to him again, that's because originally that was his game plan originally all along. You know what I'm saying? Listen, ladies, the one thing that you should know about guys is it's all about sex. That's straight up. You have to know that. A lot of times for the ladies, y'all want to be in relationships, and y'all want a commitment from the guy, and y'all want all this other stuff. And there's a lot of guys out there that will give you that. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of guys out there that will give you the commitment, that will, you know what I'm saying, buckle down, and they want the same thing that you want. They want, a house and a white picket fence and a backyard and a deck and a grill and all that. Yes, they will do that. They want kids and all that type of stuff. But you should know, majority of guys want to have sex, period. I'm going to be honest with you. Majority of guys don't really care what your name is. If you walked up to a guy right now, just a random dude, and you just went up to him and said, you want to have sex right now, he's going to go have sex with you right now. And that's the truth. He's going to go he don't need to know your name. He don't need to know where you're from. He don't need to know what your social security number. He don't need to know he don't need to know anything. None of that. He don't care about any of that. Guys, purpose, they want to have sex. That's it. Women have a bit more purpose to their sex. Women want to have sex too, but there's a bit more purpose to their sex. Guys, it's no purpose. It's just random. It's just off the wall. Just sex, 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 sex. If I go right now, I go hang out with some of the guys, all they're going to do is talk about is sex and women, period. All day, all night, every day, all day, every day. No problem. I'm telling you right now, for the ladies, listen to me. If I take myself and I go to a room full of guys and we just sit around each other right now, the room full of guys are going to be talking about sex all freaking day, or girls all day. That's not a lie. So if a guy is changing on you, if a guy changed after sex, that's what he is originally. He is originally, what he showed you after sex is original. What he showed you before sex is a phantom. It's a fake. It's a phony. Because a lot of times guys don't understand. Well, not even guys don't understand. Sometimes I would say this, and I'm not trying to put it on the women, but I'm going to say this. Sometimes women make it hard for guys to be honest. Listen, I'm waiting for the ladies to come and rebuff some of the stuff that I say, because it's very important. I don't want to sit here and just be saying stuff. And the ladies, if y'all feel a certain type of way, I need y'all to speak up. And this is what I'm going to say. I feel like ladies be making it hard for guys to be honest. I feel like if guys could just be straight up, go to a woman and just say, listen, I just want to have sex. Guys cannot do that. Let's keep it a buck. Guys cannot just go up to a woman and just say, listen, my name is, your name is, go do the little subtle conversation or whatever, and just say, to be honest with you, I just really want to have sex. It doesn't happen with women. They don't know how to accept that, because one thing they say is, I want a guy to be honest. But when you be honest, it goes left. So guys have to literally, this is why you thinking of guys is changing, because they literally have to lie to you in order to get what they want. They have to lie, and it sucks. It's like, who wants to go through that? You know what I'm saying? Who wants to have to be lied to, and who wants to, have to go around lying to people all the time? But that's really what it is. So if a guy is changing, he's not really changing. What you have what you have after sex is what the guy really is and who he really is. He just manipulated you. He just bamboozled you. He just was acting phony with you just to get to what he originally wanted. You know what I'm saying? Does it make sense to you? You know what I'm saying? So if you see a guy, and I'm not saying all guys is like this or anything like that. There is some genuine guys that they may not be being phony before sex. They may be being real. But I'm gonna tell you ladies one thing. And a lot of guys is not going to be happy with me. I already know this. A lot of guys are not going to be happy with me that I'm saying this or whatever the case is. But it's my purpose on the JP show, and it's my duty on the JP show to keep it all the way a buck, keep it real with you guys. I'm not phony and fake. I ain't going to lie to you. This is what I feel like you guys need to do. To assure yourself that the guy is not being phony and fake, you guys need to make him wait. And I hate that I'm saying that, because I hate it. I don't believe in it, but it is true. You guys need to make the guy wait. Now, I'm not going to go as far as Steve Harvey and say 90 days, because women want to have sex just as much as men want to have sex. So I don't believe, if a man can't wait 90 days, I don't believe a woman could wait 90 days. And maybe she can, but she's going to be going through it them 90 days. You know what I'm saying? But what I feel like is that in order to assure, to have some type of comfort that this guy is keeping it all the way a buck with you and he's real, and if you're looking for a relationship or whatever the case is, and he's saying, oh, I want to be in a relationship, I want this and I want that, I want everything that you want, we're compatible in that way, I feel like you have to not give him sex for some type of time limit. Now, you make up the time. I can't tell you what the time is. It could be a week, could be 2 weeks, could be a month. You know, depending on your relationship with the guy, what y'all building, you determine how long you're willing to wait, how long you can wait internally, your body can wait, and how long that you feel like you're going to make him wait or whatever before you give him sex. Because that is one way that you can submit, and you could be like, you know what I'm saying? Now, if you see a guy and he's telling you he want this and he's telling you he want that and he wants everything and all this type of stuff, but he's pressuring you for sex and he's, you know, you're making him wait, you're like, oh, you know, you don't even got to tell him. You don't even got to tell him for a little while. You're going to have to tell him eventually. If it's like 90 days, eventually you're going to have to tell him. But in the beginning, you don't even have to tell him. You could just, you know, going through the flow of getting to know a person. But if he's pressuring you in that time, then you know what it is. These are just signs to look out for. Give me a second. I need to puff. If he's pressuring you in that time frame, then you know what it is. You possibly, let me say you possibly, because I don't want to assure 100%, but you possibly have an idea of what it is and what he's looking for. He's looking for sex. So if you've been dating a guy for 2 weeks, and in 2 weeks' time, y'all trying to get to know each other, and he's telling you that he aligns with you, with what you want in life, and he wants the same thing or whatever the case is, and you're saying, okay, we're going to get to know each other, we're going to continue to build, but he's pressuring you for sex, then you know what he wants. You know what I'm saying? So I think for the women and guys, I know you're not happy with me right now that I'm saying this or whatever the case is, but I have to say this. For the ladies, is for you guys, I think that you should have the men wait some time. You know what I'm saying? And if it's longer than, I'll say if it's longer than 2-3 weeks, you should tell him, listen, I don't have sex, you know what I'm saying, until I have a whatever day rule, or a 50-day rule, or 40-day rule, or 30-day rule, whatever, 60-day rule. You should tell him, listen, I have this rule in place that protects me and make sure, and I, you know what I'm saying, you ain't got to tell him all that, but you should just tell him, you know, I'm the type of woman that, you know, I like to wait around and just build or whatever, and make sure that we want the same thing before we go down that road. Now, if he doesn't accept that, you know what it is. If he accepts that, then, now there's a chance. Let me say this too, ladies. There's some real douchebags out there. There's a chance that he says okay. And he's all right with everything. He says okay. And then that time comes when y'all go to have sex, whatever, if it's a 30 days, 40 days, 50 days, that time comes. And he may still smash and dash. He may get upset that you made him wait. Because this is the thing. This is why I'm a little bit against the making person wait. Because I like for things to be natural. So if you make me wait, then that means that you are in control. And a lot of guys like the control to be amongst each other. And you guys build to that point where you want to have sex with each other. You want to go there with each other. But if you just say, I'm going to make you wait, basically you're saying, I'm in control, you're not in control, you're going to sit there like a little dog that you are, and you're going to wait until I say it's okay. A lot of guys don't like that. That's what it feels like. I'm telling you ladies what it feels like. So that's what it feels like that you're saying. Even though we get it, I get it, I definitely get it. A lot of women have been hurt. A lot of women has been used. A lot of women has been bamboozled. A lot of women has been manipulated to think that they're going to be with this guy and this guy is this and this and that. And then come to find out after sex, he just turns into some other type of dude. You know what I'm saying? It's not the dude that they was looking for. Not the dude that he said that he was. You know what I'm saying? So I get why a woman would have to wait a certain amount of time. But just going back to why a guy probably would, and I know a lot of douchebags out there, a guy probably would wait your 90 days or whatever the case is, and then after that 90 days, he may still smash and dash. You know what I'm saying? Or change however way that he changes, he may still change in that way. You know what I'm saying? Because you made him wait. Now hopefully we don't have too many guys like that, but I do know some people that would do something like that. Like, yo, she made me wait, so this is what I'm gonna do. Once she give me the buns, I'm still gonna jet on her. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna disrespect her the way she disrespected me. Even though you may not be disrespecting them, it's just that you want to protect yourself. But some guys don't see it like that, because it's a thing like with when you go into that place of sex and making love or whatever you want to call it. It's just like it should be two people mutually going to that place, because not only are you giving him sex, he's giving you sex too. A lot of times in these sexual relationships, women feel like, oh, the guy, I'm the prize. Women feel like they're the prize and they have the vagina, and guys want the vagina, but you also want the dick too. So it's not just a one-way street. You know what I'm saying? It's really a two-way street. The problem is we got a lot of thirsty guys. That's what the problem is. If guys wasn't so thirsty, see, the thing is, I could give respect to women is because they're not as thirsty. Even though they be down there horny and they be they go crazy at night. They got their pillow between their legs and they rubbing themselves. You know what I'm saying? They going crazy with their pillow. But women still could hold out longer than guys. If guys wasn't so thirsty, we'll be able to even the playing field for women not to think like, oh, I'm the prize and I got the vagina and you got to come get this. And no, it shouldn't be like that at all, period. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. That's what I feel like, things that you can do if a guy is changing after sex and you want to make sure that he's there for the long haul. That's something that I would say try to hold out, as long as you can, or whatever the time frame that you have in your mind. Try not to give him any, or try to hold out until that time comes, and just to make sure, give yourself some security. And then, hey, if he still does it, then at least you can say, yo, I tried to do something different. I try not to just go straight in, or whatever the case is. I try to give myself some security. He's still, acting stupid, whatever, then, it's on him. And the universe works in mysterious ways. The universe karma will catch up to you. Karma will turn things around on you. You know what I mean? All right, so that's what it is. The JP Show, baby. Yo, everybody too. I want y'all to let y'all know I'm also on Instagram. So on my Instagram, I'm gonna put it in the description, but it's the JP Show 1, the number 1, not the word 1, the number 1, uno. All right, Instagram, the JP Show 1. Facebook, Facebook is John Pierre, but I'll have it in the description. So, second topic of today. The second topic is something that we call MILF. Yep. I'm going there. Yeah, I'm going there. That's right. I'm going to go there. And what you going to do about it? This is the JP Show. What you going to do about it? That's right. I'm going there. MILF. MILF, from what I understood, is mother I love to fuck. Is what MILF means. Am I right or am I wrong? So, please, will somebody tell all the MILFs out there that MILF means mother I love to fuck, not mother I love to be in a long-term relationship with? Please tell the MILF that it's not, the meaning of MILF is mother I like to be in a long-term relationship with. The MILFs out here are going crazy. Now, I'm going to take y'all back to a day. A beautiful day. Beautiful time. Beautiful era. I was a young whippersnapper. So, back in the day, you could be 18, 19, 20, whatever. You could meet an older woman. You could be 18, you could meet a woman, 30s, late 20s, 30s, 40s, and she'll give you a shot. She will give you a shot at the crown. You know what I'm saying? The thing about it is that the women back then, they knew what it was. They would say, all right, this is a young boy. I'm going to smash him out, take him home. I'm going to smash him out. I'm going to cook for him or whatever, clean him up, cook for him, and then I'm going to send him on his way. That's how the older women were back in the day when I was coming up. I'm going to take him home. I'm going to smash him. I'm going to cook for him, feed him, make sure he's good, shower him up, clean him up, and then I'm going to send him on his way. The women, the MILFs of today, holy moly, like the MILFs of today, I'm not lying to you guys. They literally, they're not saying I'm going to wash him up, clean him up, I'm going to fuck him and cook for him and send him on his way. They want to do that every day for them, all day, every day, for the rest of their lives. So, I won't say no names, but I got some friends or whatever, and they're dealing with some MILFs, and they're like, yo, the lady, the old lady, the old lady, like, keeps blowing up my line and keeps calling, and I thought she had an understanding that, this is what it is. We just going to have sex or whatever. And then I'm moving on. I'm moving on to somebody that's around my age because I want to be aligned with people in my age group. You know what I'm saying? So if I want to have kids or whatever the case is that I'm aligned, we're going to grow together. Like when you go to the doctor and you get a new doctor, you should get a doctor around your age. So you and your doctor can grow together. Y'all can age together. So by the time you're 60, he's somewhere around in his 60s, and y'all could grow, you know what I'm saying? Y'all grow together. You shouldn't if you're in your 30s and your doctor's in his 60s, there's no growth there. Your doctor is aging out. You know what I'm saying? And you're still growing. So it's like that in with a relationship. It's something like that as well. If you're somewhere in your 30s, now I'm not saying that. We've seen it all the time. Men and women in their 60s dating, females and guys in their 20s or 30s or 50s and 20s or whatever. Okay, we've seen it, whatever. But you should want to kind of align yourself, because what happens, let's say I'm dating a MILF and we're in a relationship, and let's say she's 60 and I'm 30. Well, what's going to happen? Well, like, I'm 30. in 10 years, I'll be 40. I'm still a freaking mature, grown man. I'm not aging out yet. I'm still, I'm still getting stronger and more mature, and I'm still active in life. Now, you're 30, she's 60. When you're 40, she's 70. So what are you going to do then when she's 70? She's aged out. 5 more years, you're 45. You're still good. You're still moving and shaking out here. You're still active. You're still having fun. You're still making things work. You're 45. She's now 75. Listen, to all the MILFs. To all the MILFs out there. We love you. We love you, MILFs. We love you. We care about you. We love that you're staying in shape. Because remember back in the day, we used to look at pictures, or we used to see pictures of our grandmothers or whatever. Or we'll see our grandmothers come to our house or whatever, our mothers or whatever, and we'll swear up and down that them mugs is like 60 years old. But to be honest, that back then, they just now 60 now. Back then, they was really like 30. And we was looking at them like, damn, she old. You know what I'm saying? Because they had like old Jerry curls and shit was dripping all over the place. And they was sweating. Why their grandmother always was sweating? They was always sweating or whatever. They had a mustache. Yo, grandmas back in the day, I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. And a lot of people, if you're young and you never was around back in the day, but grandmas back in the day, they used to have a mustache was thicker than mine. Real facts. This is real facts. They got the crazy mustache. You know what I'm saying? And you see how mine is like dark? Theirs was like dark, but it was like mine is like, it's like full. Theirs wasn't really full, so they had like a whisker here and a whisker there and a whisker here and a whisker there and a whisker there. Got that shit, man. Like, what the hell are you keeping the whiskers on your freaking mouth for? But yo, we gotta I'm here on the JP show to let all the MILFs know that we're thankful that you guys are taking care of yourself. You're working out. You're looking good. Your bodies is looking good. You're exercising. You're keeping in shape. You're eating well. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you. But to the MILFs, I'm here for all the brothers around the world. All the men around the world. It's called mothers I like to fuck. Not mothers I want a long-term relationship with and marry. Now, there are some bozos out there that maybe they ain't got nothing going on. There's some bums. They ain't doing nothing with their life. They just sitting around. They want somebody to take care of it. There's a lot of men out there like that. Now, for the MILFs, you can find some of these bums, but even I feel like MILFs, they even want, a man that's doing something that's active. I don't even think like a MILF want like just a bum or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But there are a lot of bums, and from what I'm hearing from the ladies, there are a lot of bums that is willing to do nothing, willing for people to take care of them, willing for people to feed them and nourish them like a newborn baby. So for all the MILFs, maybe you guys got to catch one of those dudes. But for the real dudes that's out here, that's active, that's doing their thing, that's moving and shaking in the world, what they told me to tell all you MILFs out there is that they want to fuck you, but they don't want to be with you in a relationship with you. Now, can you get it through your thick skull? Now, for the MILFs, you should be looking at these young guys and you should be saying, I'm going to make him like he's going to do what I tell him to do. I'm going to smash him out. I'm going to spank him and smash him. Then I'm going to send him on his way. You got to go. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking for a more mature guy that can age out with me, that can grow old with me. You should be looking for a guy that can grow old with you. And even for the dudes, I know women probably gonna say, but what about the dudes? They 60 years old and they dating these young girls. Even them, they should be dating women that can grow old with them. that can age out with them, not dating 20-year-olds. Because be honest, let's be honest right now. Let's keep it a buck right now. What does a 60-year-old man and a 20-year-old woman have in common? I'm waiting. Not one damn thing. A 60-year-old man, he was born in, let's say, 1950s or something. I'm not doing no calculations right now. But he was born in 1950s or 1960s or 50s, 60s, something like that. And a 20-year-old was born in 2000. Huh? 20-year-old was born in 2000 and a 60-year-old was born in 1950, 1960s, whatever. What do they have in common with each other? What? Nothing. They have nothing in common. Nothing. When he was in his teenage years, or let's say his you know what I mean, his becoming a mature adult, there was like Vietnam going on. You know what I'm saying? Hippies in the 70s, the hippies and Black Power, Black Panthers and all this type of stuff. Martin Luther King in the 60s, the Civil Rights Movement, all this stuff going on. 2000s? A Y2K? Really? So I agree to, I know all the ladies going to say, but what about the, I agree. The guys at 60 years old ain't got nothing in common with no 20-year-old girl, not even no 30-year-old girl. Now 40s, you may be able to do something. I don't even see that, but 40s, yeah, that's a well-mature woman, and they can meet a 45-year-old woman can meet a guy. They got the maturity to meet a man that's 60 years old. They can meet him. You know what I'm saying? But a 20-year-old, they're goofy, they're funny acting, they want to play around, they act childish, you know. Now, there's some 60-year-old men, yes, they childish or whatever, but really there are mature adult men. They act goofy and childish and they do childish things or whatever, but for the most part, they are mature men. You don't got nothing in common with no 20-year-old girl, no 30-year-old girl. You know what I'm saying? I do believe a 45-year-old woman could meet you at that place of maturity. Yes, they could meet you. But a young girl, no. And for the ladies, if you're a MILF out there, whatever the case is, get you a man. If you want to have sex with the young boys, go for it. I ain't saying don't. Go for it. Go and get you some. Get you some, sister. But just know that he's a young boy. You know what I mean? And think about it. Eventually, you're going to be old. You're already old, but you're going to be older. Sorry about that. Sometimes I be tripping, yo. You're already old, but you're going to be older. So, eventually, he's going to get to a point. Let's say if he's 25, you meet him at 25 and you're 55. Eventually, he's going to get to 30 and you're going to be 60. And he's going to be looking around and he's going to be seeing all these dope women that's in their 30s as well. And not saying that you're not going to be fly at 60, but it's going to be women that's going to be walking by him and they're going to be something special. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that if you're a 60-year-old woman, you should probably, ain't saying they got to be 70, but you need to be with somebody that's somewhere around your age group. So that way you guys can grow together, you can get old together, y'all have things that's more in common with each other. I'm not saying don't smash the young homie, I'm just saying MILF means mother I love to fuck. Yo, that's the JP Show, baby! I love you guys. I thank you guys for watching the show. I'll see you next week on the JP Show. I'm out.